Hey guys, what's up? Final Wave here, and yeah, today I'm going to be doing my perspective of a deck build for Luard. You may be wondering why like the mat here. It's because I have like 6 Primavera playmats on my desk because I have an excessive amount. Because when we went to a tournament once, I picked up like 20 of them because I was allowed them for free because they were moving. But yeah, let's get straight into it. Why not? I haven't uploaded in a while, but I've got an opportunity to play a lot more games, so yeah, I've been playing this a lot, trying to get to practice it because I really like the way it plays, and of course, the abusive owl is something. So yeah, let's start with a G-Zone. First off, we're running 2 Supremacy Black Dragon Aura Guys the Doomed. My first opinion upon this was like, but because my build is more of a control type deck, I've realized it's like my favorite stride actually, because you get to retire 3, which could be abusive with your owls, and if you draw one, it's nice to just take one away. I run David as my starter, so I just like kill additional cards. So its skill is Canvas 1, once per turn. You choose an Orgeyser, one of these, the first original. This is the GR after, and turn it face up. You choose 3 of your rear guards, retire them, reveal top 2 cards. For every grade 1 or less revealed, you retire one of your opponent's rear guards, and if you have 3 face-up Orgeysers, you gain a crit. It's not so much about the crit, doesn't really need it, it's just the fact that you can retire while also plussing off your draws. That's simple. There we go. Next, we're running 2 Supremacy Black Dragon Orgeyser Dragon. To be honest, most people use this to use its skill. Obviously, why you get pluses, you can just do it, but I just prefer the Doomed anyway. I don't like having to use the Soul. I think it's very costly when you could just use Doomed, which is just as impactful. Bearing in mind, my deck build is quite greedy for that control basis though. So I will say it now, it's more of a control, do what you need to with your opponent's field, just plus constantly as much as you can. I'm usually going into Doomed first turn, so I only run 2 of this because I only use this to flip up with Doomed. Yeah. I'll say it's killed just because it's easy. Oh, sorry, the Doomed skill is also an act ability, so you can also just like, you can wipe your field and then refill it again, which is really cool. Skill is Canvas 1, Soulless on, choose a copy of this, turn it face up. When this attacks the Vanguard, reveal top 2 cards of your deck. This gains 5k for each grade 1 or less, and then the cards go to your hand, which is quite nice because, so yeah, you have the Canvas 1, Soulless 1, and retire 2, which is cool because of your Luard on stride skill. You get your 2 cards anyway. So next we're running 3 Drag Driver Luards. Now with this, I was so about running it, but the pluses late game are just too much, to be honest. I don't think I'd be tempted to run 4 right now, just because I don't think it's a necessity. Like, if anything, I'm always going into it once, unless I'm going into a hard retire matchup that's like killing my cards. I need this so I can gain my pluses. Yeah. So its skill is Soulless 1, choose a face-up card in your G-Zone, turn it face up. When this is placed on Vanguard, you may pay the cost if you do search your deck for up to the number of grade 1s from your deck equal to the number of this you've got face up in your G-Zone. Once you've called the cards, they gain, you shuffle your deck, and these cards gain 1k for every grade 1 in your drop zone. So it's literally a ritual card. It is Ritual 3 active. You have to be active Ritual 3, sorry. It's quite cool. It's quite nice. Running 2 Dark Dragon Phantom Blast of Diablos. This is much a beat, so I use, there's like 3 ways you can do it. You can do it if you've got no choices, obviously. You can use that as just a beat stick, because it's 10k in a crit, really nice. Push the guard restricts, make them have to use like different things, like drop the G-guards and stuff. Or just if your opponent forgets. So its skill is Act, once per turn, Canvas 1. Flip this up, gains 10k in a crit, and when this attacks, retire 3 of your rear guards. Your opponent can't call it. If your opponent doesn't retire 2 of their rear guards, they can't call cards from their hand to the G-Zone. Not to the G-Zone, to the guard circle, my apologies. But yeah, it's obviously stupid. It's one of the best trial deck strides ever been released. That's why the TD is so expensive right now. Not just right now, like for ages, because no one can get them. Next we're running 1 Dark Dragon Spectral Blast Diablo. People run 2 from what I've seen. I like the 1 because my deck, because I don't run the Diablo core as such, I'm not counter charging as much and soul charging, so the Counter Blast 2 is quite heavy. But its skill is act once per turn. You can Soul Blast 1 and choose a face down card in your G zone, turn it face up, which is usually you Luard, so you can do it late game, so you can call it out. You choose 1 Rearguard and retire it, and then he gains the ability after that of Auto Vanguard once per turn. Generation Break 3, Counter Blast 2, choose 2 of your Rearguards and retire them. At the end of the battle, let this unit attack the Vanguard. You may pay the cost. If you do, stand this unit gets -2 drive checks. And then the next little skill is, if you have a heart with Diablo in its card name, search your deck for up to 1 grade 1, call it a rear, shuffle your deck. Never really do the last tiny bit, but it's nice if you're actually running Diablo. Next we're running 1 Dark Dragon Carnivore Dragon. Sorry, one sec. Ah, mouth is getting dry. Its skill is, it's again with the trial deck strides being really stupidly good. Yeah, so Dark Dragon Carnivore Dragon's ability is act once per turn. Choose one of your rearguards, retire it. Your opponent chooses 2 of his rearguards and retires them. If they can't retire 2 rearguards, your front row gains 4k. Which is nice. Really cool. Your opponent has to retire the rearguards. It's not choose up to, it's retire 2. If they've only got 1, they retire the 1. And you still gain your pluses. So, I like to do it if your opponent doesn't call any cards and they just do the starter, so you can just whack the starter and still gain the 4k pluses. Quite cool. Next we're running a really stupid card that's like wins most of my games really. It is Shadow Paladin's GB8. Its skill is Counter Blast 1 and choose up to 5 rearguards and retire them. Set your deck for the same number of grade 1 or less cards as the number of units retired. Call them to separate rearguards, and they gave 15k each until the end of turn. Choose up to the same number of your opponent's rearguards as the number of units called, retire them and shuffle your deck. Stupidly broken. It's a GB8 and it's once per turn. It's, yeah, crazy. His name is Dark Knight. Erganvert? Next for the G-Zone, we run 3 Plot Maker. It's like the best. It's the most simplest and like strongest G-Odds. One of them anyway. Its ability is simple Ritual 3. This gains 10k guard. It's crazy because you just go 36k guard altogether because your Vanguard's 11k base. And it's just like, wow, stupid. It's really cool. Obviously, like, I'm not going to say anything bad about it because I'm playing the deck and it's a stupid card, but it is quite like unnecessarily strong if I'm going to be honest. Then I'm running 1 of the G-Guardians for Shadow Paladin, the ones that just came out, the new. If you can flip your G-Guard, but to be honest I never used the skill. But the heals let me drop and draw, so I can filter my hand because I'm using this to guard for 15k, which is quite nice. I'll say its skill just in case you really want to know it, but its skill is GB1. Choose a G-Guardian from your G-Zone and turn it face up. When this place is on G, you may pay the cost. Choose 2 of your grade 1 or less rearguards and move them to G. If 2 cards were moved, draw a card. It's not too good. Nowhere near the best from the cards that were released, but hey ho. It's just there for the heals. Next, we'll go from a starter. We're running Promising Like David. There isn't many choices, to be honest. You can run the Great Tree Searcher for Counter Blast 1, but it's 4k base, GOAT. I don't like using the Counter Blast, especially not my preferred builds. But it's nice to be able to search for your builds and stuff. You can run the one that is run in the anime, which is when this is retired, Counter Blast 1, put it to soul, give a unit 5k. It's a bad card. It's actual trash. I get why, because you can put it to soul, but it's a trash card. There's no reason to run it at all. You get like nothing. It's Counter Blast 1 to give 5k to what? Your Vanguard? Unless you've rushed early, that's all you're giving it to, really. But David's nice, especially because I'm abusing Doomed a lot. So if I want to, I can just like plus, because I'm using other cards that retire stuff as well, and still gain my pluses and gain more pluses. So his skill is while you're retiring for the cost of your unit's ability, this may be regarded as retiring too. So with Doomed, you can retire this in a Belial and then gain a draw, and you 2 from that, which is really nice. So yeah, he's worth running. Next we're running the like best grade 3 forever. No, I just love Luard. He's just, yeah. So yeah, Dragheart Luard. He's got a really nice art. It's the main grade 3 of your deck. Let's go over some of his abilities. His main auto Vanguard skill is Ritual 3. Choose 2 normal units from your drop and put them on the bottom of your deck. At the beginning of your ride phase, you may pay the cost. If you do, you can strike for free, which is really cool. I may point something out. This is at the beginning of your ride phase, so before your ride. So if you want to do this and then ride, you have to do that. You have to do this skill, like on your Vanguard, and then go, okay, now I re-ride. You may be wondering, why would you do that? Well, it's a soul. You don't really need your grade 3s after you've rode. So, well, apart from the ones that you'll see in a minute, but especially not with Luards. If you've already got one in your van, that's enough. So you can just keep re-riding them. It's useful for the soul. That's really nice. It means you can use more skills, obviously, which is quite cool. His on-stride ability is Canvas 1, choose a rear guard and retire it. During your turn when you stride, set your deck for up to 2 A1 LS guards, call them to separate rears, shuffle your deck. Simply, beautiful, elegant, quite consistent, really strong. Which makes the deck what it is. Next up, we're running 1 Supremacy Black Dragon Card Sword Dragon. I don't particularly want to read the skill. I only run it because I run the Stride Fathers, so I don't. If I miss Luard, I don't want to be riding the Witch because she's 9k base and just doesn't help at all. I'd rather ride him. To be honest, I'd still rather not ride, but it's just nice to take one. So this skill is GB2. Act once per turn, GB2. Choose 2 rearguards, retire them, gains 10k in a crit. Auto Vanguard. When you stride, you may pay the cost, search your deck for 1 grade 1 or less rearguard, call it to rear, shuffle your deck, gains 2k. That's for a counterblast though. So it's like a weaker version of Luard, really. It just means you don't have to retire your rearguard. But having the Luard name is like really important. The other 2 grade 3s that we run, which I really should have read before the Clara Sword, to be honest, but never mind, we're here. Is Sharpfang Witch Fodler? Yeah, Fodler, sorry. Maybe Fodia. Doesn't matter particularly, but her skill is stupidly good with Belial Elves, which is Canvas 1 when this is placed on Vanguard or Rearguard. If you have a Shadow Paladin Vanguard, which you will even if you ride it, obviously, you may pay the cost, search your deck for up to 2 grade 0 Shadow Paladins, call them to separate rearguards, shuffle your deck. Really good. If you use Belial Elf, means you don't have to unstride and kill a card. On to the grade 2s. We're running 4 Drag Wizard Morfessa. She's really strong. She's really strong. She's really consistent too, and it's just a really nice card to have. Her ability is Ritual 3. When it attacks, she gains 5k until the end of the battle. Yes. And then if she hits, Canvas 1, search your deck for up to 1 grade 1 from your deck and call it. You don't really use the Canvas 1 skill, but she's a 14k beat stick. And also the fact that another skill she has is Continuous Drop Zone. Generation Break 1, this gets minus grade 1. So it's classified as a grade 1 in your drop, meaning it helps with Ritual. Beautiful art, really nice card. Really good push. Yep. She is just like a main key of Luard, so yeah. Next I'm running 3 Drag Wizard Liefal. I was skeptical with this because with most people running the Diablo chain, yeah, there was never obviously room for this. It was never like seen as consistent, but I just like started looking through cards and I was like, ooh, this seems nice. I don't have to use my Vanguard to kill my cards all the time. Don't have to rely on my PGs and stuff. So the skill is act once per turn, Generation Break 1. Soul plus 1, choose one of your other rearguards in the same column as this, retire it, and draw a card, which is really cool. Because you can call a Belial behind it, Soul plus 1, kill a Belial, draw 2 cards, because 1 from the battle and 1 from him. And then when you're Ritual 3, when this attacks a Vanguard, it gains 2k, so it's an 11k beat stick. Really cool. Nice card to have. I'm only running 3 right now, but I'm thinking about taking more in, because it's just it's working super well right now. Next I run 4 Blaster Axe. They're just 10k grade 2s. It's like the deck is meant to not be able to just get rushed down super early, so having the 10k base is really nice. Against things like Aqua Force elites can change games. It's just really useful to have, to be honest. yeah, that's just that. Because I run a single Sword Breaker, which is 6k base, means I can boost and stuff. And if I have to call my PGs so I can combo them later, yeah. Next I'm running 4 Abyssal. Now, he's the main on-flip mechanic in my deck, to be honest. Sorry. So yeah, his top skill is when this is placed on rear from your hand, look at the top 7 cards from your deck, search up to 1 Luard with it, reveal it to your, reveal it, put it to your hand, shuffle your deck, choose cards from your hand up to the grade of 3 and retire and discard them, sorry. Then his bottom skill is Ritual 3. When this is retired from the effect of your card with Luard, then its card name, uncharge 1. Counter charge 1, sorry. Uncharge, what? Next we're running like the craziest PG that's been released. So her skill is Sentinel. When she guards, discard a card, choose a Vanguard, can't be hit for that battle. Just plain PG. And then the bottom broken skill is Drop Zone. Ritual 3, choose a rear guard, retire it, choose another one of these that are in your drop, put it to the bottom of your deck, add this to your hand, and then yeah, she'll triple. No, it just goes to the bottom, sorry, yeah. So, why did I say so full? I just started doubting myself. But yeah, you can retire your Belial, so you end up putting one to hand, one to deck, and drawing a card, which is stupidly broken, but really fun to use. Next we're running 3 Stripe Loaders. It searches for Claret Sword. Pretty much that simple. Her name is Cherishing Night Brandwine, just in case anyone needs to know their names, of course. Next, we're running a costly tech that isn't so costly, but is literally made for the reasons that I don't like running series, because I just don't find the value as such with Luard. It's really series, don't get me wrong, before anyone gets angry in the comments. Series, really stupidly good card, amazing. I can call it 2 cards, really cool. I just don't like having to pay the 2 counterblast, especially when my only unflips for getting those 2 counterblast on my owls. I just find that my opinion. So I run 3 Twitter Arms. This is for against the 70s, and of course because I don't run series. Just having this here can maybe put a bit of pressure. It's sometimes okay. My deck isn't particularly made to push pressure. It's more of a, I'm going to do my skills. If you're dead while I'm doing my skills, which usually happens is, oh, okay, you died. Cool, I still got all my pluses. So yeah, the skill is rest this. If you have a grade 3 Vanguard, there are no face-up cards in your G-zone. When, during the ride phase of your opponent's preceding turn, they didn't ride. Draw a card, put this into your G-zone face-up. Continuous G-zone disregard as a G-unit. Auto G-zone, when a grade 3 or greater is placed on your opponent's Vanguard, put this into your drop zone face-up. And it's from all clans and nations. So it's good because it cycles your hand, you get to draw, you can gain pluses from your cut, such as Mephisto then becomes a 14k beat stick because of your skill. You can use your Leofan skill if you really need to, but mainly because you also gain the grade 1 being in your drop for Ritual. Yeah, and it has no cost, really, other than putting him in, but then you draw, so yeah, it's cool. I run 1 Soulbreaker. I don't like the card, but sometimes it's nice to go Ultra skill, call Soulbreaker, call Belial, Doom skill, kill David, kill Belial, still getting a draw from this, so I'm not losing anything. Yep, here's Blackwinged Swordbreaker, I'll say your full name. Soul +1 when it's placed on rear from your deck. If you have a Shadow Paladin Vanguard, draw a card. 6k base. I know that the 7k base I'd run a lot more. Next up, MVP and like coming back from Refros, my baby Belial. Yeah, the saltiness from everyone when I do my stupid combos is understandable, to be honest, because I'm usually on the other side of that table too, playing against the matchups. But here we go. Belial's abilities. Auto Drop Zone, GB1, Ritual 3. At the end of your turn, if you have a Vanguard with Luard, then its card name may pay the cost. If you do, put this on the bottom of your deck. That's so stupidly broken, Bushy Road. What are you doing? The bottom ability, the most annoying part of it, is when this is retired from rear, by the cost of your card with by the effect or cost of your card. If you have a Vanguard with Luard in its card name, you draw a card. It's stupid. You can draw your combos, and then at the end of the turn, put 4 crits back to your deck, and then do your combos again next turn, and put 4 crits back to your deck, and do you get how it's going from here. It's not okay. It really isn't okay. I'm scared that one day it's going to be banned, just like Refros, my baby was, but both would be deserved, but right now there are more problems in the game, like 7Ts, which they're trying to fix by restricting Crow, which doesn't fix anything, because it's the grade 2s that's the problem. 4 vanilla crits. Her name is Revenger Undead Angel. 4 Howl Owl. Howl Owl skill is Go the Soul, giving it 3k. Nice for the soul, and it's a draw, obviously. You may think the draws aren't necessary. The draws are necessary. They just are. And last but not least, we're running 4 of the Fighters Collection heals. Her name is Witch of Heresy Gelido? Yeah. Her ability is the drop and draw mechanic of choose a grade 1 or less from your hand and discard it. When this is discarded, when you're G-carding for this one, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw a card. Really nice to have. Better than running vanillas, really. Makes me run one off the card, so yeah. But yeah, that's my Luard deck. Hope you enjoyed. If you want to ask any questions or give any advice, just comment down below. I always like to have a little read, even if you're getting salty, which I don't mind. There's more support than there is anyone getting salty, to be honest, so I really am grateful. We've nearly got one of our videos hitting 1,000 views, which is crazy good. That skyrocketed so fast. I'm very grateful. So yeah, I'll be uploading more videos of PvP, and when I start building more decks, which I surely will be, you will be seeing them. So thank you for your time. Peace. Bye.